Hey everyone, welcome to the Pastime Paradise podcast. My name is Aldrine.
My name is Kauai.
And I'm Aaron.
And today, we've been talking about this for a long time, everybody. We're like, oh, we're going to get a guest. We're going to bring people in. We're going to be doing that. But no, we're just talking to each other every single time, every single week. I'm like, I'm tired of these two guys already. And I'm sure they're tired of me also. We've been talking to each other for like 10 years. Mm-hmm. How long has it been that we've been talking to each other, guys? Mm-hmm. So we've been kind of teasing. We're going to bring somebody in. We're going to bring somebody in. It's going to be awesome. But now we're making good on that promise. It only took us, how long, Kai? How many episodes did it take us?
27. This is going to be the 27th, I think.
See? 27 episodes later. It's like, yeah. So when the guys say they're going to do something, they're going to do it. But it might take a little bit. But we have a very, very, very first and very, 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 very special guest. We have the one, the only, Magic Mike Odo. Hey, what's up, Mike?
What's up, guys? Back together again.
Back together again. So for the people who are here, not from the Ukula on the Ground pod, because not everybody jumped over. Maybe no one jumped over really from that podcast. No, I don't want to say nobody because
1%.
Some of our great Patreons came from the Ukulele Underground podcast. So for those of you who don't know, Magic Mike Odo is the be-all authority of anything music related on the island of Kauai. Mike's been teaching music for over 30 years, currently teaches at Kauai High School. He's been our kind of fourth Beatle. I mean, what else can I say? How else can I glaze you, buddy? You an award winner somehow?
Vicariously through you guys.
Yes, that's right. You also won the...
You keys.
Since you're the fourth Beatle. So you also won the award that Ukulele on the Ground got for the best ukulele podcast. I have to say that, best ukulele podcast, because some people are like, how did you guys win an award? being this.
Multiple years.
Yeah, multiple years. That's right, 3 years in a row. Yeah. You had a three-peat, man.
Well, even if it was specifically an ukulele podcast award, it's pretty amazing that we won that award at all.
Yeah, there's some great ukulele podcasts out there that try harder, are more informative.
Yeah.
And then I think at some point in time, we're just like, let's just talk about ukulele for like 2 minutes and then let's just talk about anything else. Mm-hmm. And it still worked out fine. But anyway, for our very first inaugural guest episode featuring Magic Mike Odo, I want to lean towards Magic Mike's strengths. Okay? I want to talk about random facts about songs that we just have in our back pocket.
Mike has random facts about anything.
Anything.
Not even necessarily about music, so.
But because music is his forte, you see what I did there, Mike?
Indeed, I did.
Music is his fortissimo. How about that? Why don't we let the guest start us off? Why don't you hit us with the one music fact that's always in your back pocket, Mike?
The one that I usually use, and I think I've said this before, but my favorite jazz song in the world is the classic song Take 5 by the Dave Brubeck Quartet.
Yes.
And the fun fact that a lot of people don't know is that it was written by their saxophonist Paul Desmond, and he almost was like a hair's away from selling the song and all its rights to Dave Brubeck for a shaving razor.
For a shaving razor?
For a shaving razor.
Oh.
So they were on the road.
Okay.
And, they were just getting ready in the morning, and I guess Desmond didn't have a shaving razor. So he goes to Dave and says, hey, I need a razor. I just wrote the song. I'll give you this song if you give me a shaving razor. So Dave looked at the song and said, I'll give you the razor, but you keep this song because I think this song could be pretty awesome. They went to record it, and it actually became the highest selling jazz song of all time. So
now, do you think Dave Brubeck is like, yeah, I did right by my friend? Or do you think he's like, what an idiot move that was?
Oh, I'm 100% sure there's aspects of both, depending.
You know what I mean? Like say he's in Hawaii and he's looking at the price on the gas stations and he's like, God damn it. Should have taken that song. He's looking at the price. It's like, fuck.
I'm thinking of when he re-recorded that song with his, was it like an octet group or whatever for that album? And then he's like, you mean I gotta pay licensing to this guy? Fuck, I should have just taken it.
Fucking no razor guy? That guy?
Oh, damn.
Fucking, oh, Dave, trade you my song for the razor. Freaking that guy?
After I make a whole album based on time signatures just for this 5/4 song, Fuck. It's like, okay, I guess so.
Who knows? He did play that the whole rest of his life. I saw Dave Brubeck in 1998. He was playing at the Blaisdell with the Honolulu Symphony.
Oh, wow.
And that was still the closer for their concert.
Take 5.
Yeah,
I mean,
of
why
course.
would it be, dude? Why would it be? You know? Do you have a fun fact about yourself in Take 5?
Well, without getting myself doxxed, yeah, it's my email, but it's part of my email. It's part of my email.
That's not what I was going for. I was like, oh, there's this one time we were playing Take 5 and whatever, and then, you know, like, and then the Phantom of the Opera comes out or whatever, you know, any kind of fun things that happen with you in that song. I wasn't talking to dox you in your email.
We should say what Mike's email is. It's Take 5 by Paul Desmond, not Dave Brubeck.
At gmail.com.
Yeah,
at Yahoo.
Yeah, at yahoo.com.
At coolmail.com.
No, I don't know. It is pretty much my favorite jazz song of all time. I don't know that anything weird has ever happened. I mean, the only thing with that song is in almost every jazz group I've ever played in, I always call that song to torment the drummers.
It's more of a test, right? It's like, can you count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2?
Yeah. I mean, all of you guys know I make BJ play that song as much as possible.
So for the folks who don't know, can you explain what makes Take 5 such a drummer's nightmare?
For almost all musicians, actually, but drummers in general, it's a very drum-centric song anyway. You know, it's real famous for drums. And most songs that you play are going to be in 4. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The first not that signature that most people do is 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like a waltz. So 5 doesn't come along immediately. Usually if you're playing music, you start in band or something like that, you don't get a song in 5 for several years. And a lot of it is just because it seems like there's that extra beat there. And that just throws people off.
If you do hit a 5 beat song, it probably is Take 5. You're playing that for like a jazz ensemble.
It is a lot of people's first foray into 5. That is true.
For the people who still don't get it, when you're counting off on anything, like, oh, just won a soccer game or whatever, like telling people like, okay, you know, like your team's called the Tigers, like, all right, Tigers on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Tigers. Like, it's such a weird number to do anything to.
And then you have to keep it going the whole time too.
Yes, yeah.
You know.
So usually my trick with that is to count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And whenever I play that song, that's always how I think of it as.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the song too, right? How it's segmented. So.
Yeah, for that song.
Yeah. Mike, do you have any other songs that are favorites that are odd time signatures?
There's a couple, yeah. One song I actually really enjoy because it sounds like it is, but it's not, is a song by Ernie Watts called 3 + 5 = 4.
Yeah. So it's like 5 and 3, and it ends up being 8, right?
Yes. So what it is, the song is actually in 4/4, but what they do is called in musical a hemiola, where you accent the notes in such a way that it makes it sound like you're playing something else.
Yeah.
It's mostly around the bass line, which is why, of course, I like it being a bassist. But the way the bass line is written, it makes it sound like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, like that. But realistically, it's actually all just written in 4
Yeah.
with accents in different places.
What was it called?
3 + 5 = 4.
So why would you intentionally confuse the player and the audience like that?
Because it's fun.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's intentional. Like who does that?
Musicians can be cruel bastards.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah.
All right, so mine's a quick one. So the song Have I Told You Lately by, I almost said Rod Stewart because that's like the first version that I know of, you know, by Van Morrison, is actually a prayer. So I first heard this song from Rod Stewart. It was one of the Rod Stewart's greatest hits, and I always thought it was like a Rod Stewart song. I actually did not hear the Van Morrison version until I heard that random fact. So I was at a church camp and I brought my Game Boy Advance to that trip. And I was playing my Game Boy Advance. I remember waking up super early to go play it. And when I woke up super early, Chris, one of the guys from our music ministry, he's the bass player, and he took the guitar player's guitar and just started singing Have I Told You Lately by Van Morrison. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird that he starts his day like that, you know, like he's gonna play Rod Stewart at friggin' 6 in the morning, you know, and and then I'm like, oh, I love that song, you know, like loves Rod Stewart, and then he goes, oh, that's actually Van Morrison, and it's one of my favorite songs that are actually prayers. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he goes, oh, that song is a prayer to God, because when he says, have I told you lately that I love you, is just like he's checking in with himself if he's been grateful to God, basically, you know. And then I was like, nah, I mean, any song could be interpreted that way, right? But he goes, oh, in that verse where he's like, there's a love that's divine and it's yours and it's mine, and at the end of the day we give thanks and praise to the one. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, well that seems a little obvious when you put it that way. But that was the one fun fact that I always have in my back pocket, because my dad is a huge Rod Stewart fan, and I remember coming home and telling my dad that, like, first off, did you know that song's by Van Morrison? Mm-hmm. And the second thing is, did you know that that was a prayer? And he's like, no. And then we both kind of analyzed it, and he's like, oh yeah, I guess so. When you think of it that way, it seems kind of obvious, but not much people get that far to the bridge part of the song. But that's my favorite fun fact that I always have in my back pocket.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, poor Van Morrison. I feel like that's a lot of fun facts in Hawaii, is like, hey, did you know that that song was actually originally written by Van Morrison?
Yeah, even like Crazy Love, you know, like, because I first heard it from Justin Young. So I was like, oh, Justin Young, Crazy Love. And then Ryan's like, no, that's by Van Morrison. I was like, God damn, again, I got Van. I got Van. Yeah. Oh no, Van.
Yeah, because when you said Rod Stewart, I was like, oh, I don't think I've heard the Van Morrison version.
Yeah, because he's like, have I told you lately? Yeah. You know, like the Rod Stewart version, you know?
Yeah,
like,
that's the version that we grew up with.
Yeah, right. But it's by Van Morrison. And Chris looked at me like I was an idiot, you know? He was like, the fuck, man? Like, that's by Van Morrison. And it's about God. I'm like, whoa, easy. I know we're at church camp, but you don't, you know.
I guess I'll go. This is actually one that Aaron told me, I think, and it's about Say It Ain't So by Weezer, right? The line is like a Heine in the icebox, and how it's about Rivers Cuomo, like he saw a Heineken in his fridge, and then it kind of just like brought back memories of, I think it's like about his dad leaving because of alcoholism, and then when his mom remarried and his stepdad just happened to have a beer in the fridge, he like saw it and he kind of felt, oh no, it's gonna happen again, you know. He just had like that immediate thought. I was telling Aaron before the podcast that it's kind of cool that there's so much music facts. I feel like it's like the playground thing, right, where we'll tell each other, it's like, hey, did you know this? And then when you look it up, Snopes or something, where it's like, actually that's untrue, or that's like unfounded, not true rumor. Yeah. But I was telling Aaron, it's cool that you can look up something like that, and then in genius.com, Rivers Cuomo's picture is like right there, and he's like, yeah, it's true, like verified by him, you know, by
verified
the person
by me.
himself. Yeah.
The guy who wrote it.
It's kind of like a line that, I don't know, you don't think has that much significance in the song, but then hearing him explain it, it's cool that you can take from that experience, decide like, this is an interesting feeling, and then translate that into a song. And so I kind of appreciate anybody who does that with songwriting. Another one of my favorite songs is Orange Juice by Noah Kahan, and kind of like a similar thing where it's a whole story wrapped up in the song, but then the name of the track and the lyric is like about orange juice, right? So it's like taking something mundane, but then I guess making it into a tangible feeling or something people can relate to. So yeah.
Nice.
I forget if that was what I told you, but I'm glad that you went on Genius and verified it, because a lot of these kind of song facts, it really is like that, you know?
It's pretty like open to interpretation a lot of times, you know, but if that is in fact like what inspired him to write that, then yeah. But I've always known it was a Heineken, and that was like my dad's drink of choice. So I guess dads in general, you know, especially here in Hawaii, like green bottle Heineken is a thing that they write songs about.
Yeah. But I guess in his experience, it was because the line is like, somebody's Heine is crowding my icebox.
Yeah.
Somebody's cold one is giving me chills. And so it's kind of like,
it's so good. Such great writing.
It's basically, like a PTSD thing where it's just like, just seeing it makes you kind of
so crazy. crazy. Right on. Aaron, what's your fun fact?
I was just kind of thinking, usually around Christmas time, people talk a lot about songs and their favorite Christmas songs. And so one of my facts that I usually pull out around Christmas time is like the Christmas song, Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire, was written during the summertime. One of the songwriters, I think it was Mel Torme, went over to his friend's house. He just saw a legal pad with writing on it. I think it was near the piano. And so he thought that his friend was writing a song. So he was like, oh, we should work on this song. But it was actually because it was so hot that summer that his friend was just writing out things that made him feel cooler, you know, like made him think of a cooler time of year. So yeah, but then they actually did end up working on that song, and it just like came out so naturally, and it became one of the most famous Christmas songs in history. So yeah.
You know what I thought you were gonna say, Aaron?
Uh-huh.
I thought you were gonna say that my fun fact is the Christmas song was actually written by two Jewish guys.
Yeah, I guess that's it too, right? Yeah.
That's also fun.
Yeah.
I also thought you were gonna say that. I didn't know about the summer thing, but I didn't know about the Jewish guys.
Yeah.
Me and Aaron talked about how Rivers Cuomo, doesn't he just like write a ton of stuff and he kind of keeps it in, I don't know if it's like a Word doc or...
Yeah, like an Excel spreadsheet where he has everything categorized and he can sort by syllables. And yeah.
That's crazy.
Where we heard it was from the Song Exploder podcast.
Yeah.
And the example he gave was like he heard his kid's teacher, right, say something, and he was just like, oh, that's interesting. And he like wrote it down or something.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, I think really good songwriters can just see little stuff, right? And be like, oh, I have an idea for something from that. Nobody else would see that and be like, I'm going to write a whole song about this one thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, good songwriters can.
Yeah, I think the song was Summer Elaine and Drunk Dory. It was one of his kids' teachers talking about that, where like during the school year, she's like, she fits into the good teacher role. And then when summer comes around, she becomes Summer Elaine. So yeah.
All right, so Mike, give us your next fun fact.
I've said this one a bunch of times, but I do love this one. The classic rock song, Inagata Devita.
Oh, yeah.
I do love the song. It's a wonderful jam song if you're with a bunch of slightly inebriated people. It's known as Inagata Devita, but that's not actually the lyric. The lyric was in the Garden of Eden, baby. And the singer of Iron Butterfly was just so drunk when they tried to record it that that's all he could slur out. And then they made the take. The song is actually like really long too. People don't even realize that. I think Inagata Devita is like 15 minutes long. 17? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
long.
really
It's pretty
long song.
It's really long.
Mostly because it's a giant drum solo in the middle. Anyway, they did the take, and I don't think they could get another take out of him, so that's just what they did, because they only had one shot to record it. So they released it like that, and then forever, as long as Iron Butterfly existed, the guy was forced to sing Inagata Devita, because that's just how it released, and everybody loved it.
And they named it that?
Yeah, they renamed the song Inagata Devita.
Dude, that's such a rock star move where like, yo, I'm so drugged out I can only do one take and it sounds like that. You release it anyway and then it gets super popular. Dude, that's so rock star.
I do wonder, like, a year later, and they're still singing it, I wonder if the singer was always like, well, it is what it is. Or he's like, this is reminding of that giant hangover I had after I recorded this song.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like a retaliatory move, like by the band. They're like, you know what? You're gonna fucking do that? We're just gonna release it as is then, you asshole. We're gonna make that sound exactly as raw as you say, you know, it's gonna be. And then, god damn it, like it's popular anyway, fine.
Yeah.
There is an opposite version
Oh yeah?
of that too, which you would love because it's a Beatles fact.
Okay.
Twist and Shout. The reason John Lennon sounds so raw when he's singing Twist and Shout is because the version they used was, I think, like take 55.
Oh, it's all raw already.
And it was on purpose. George Martin made them do take after take after take because in his head, he wanted Lennon's vocal to be like super raw and super raspy sounding. So rather than just say, John, I want you to put some grit on your voice, he just said, sing it again, sing it again. sing it again. And he just made him do it until Lennon just destroyed his voice. And I think I read something interview with him later where he said like, yeah, we recorded it, and then I couldn't talk for like the next 3 days. It's just like, after that.
What is that line from La Bamba? Like, oh, again, another take. Like, stick to the lyrics or whatever. Yeah, Richie. The lyrics,
Richie Valens, yeah.
yeah. Stick to the lyrics, Richie. And he sang that line that, well, let's go. Well, he did like 50 takes of well. I got another fun fact for that fun fact. So that particular fun fact was given a nod in The Simpsons. One of the first scenes in The Simpsons was Bart Simpson handing out music to everybody during church service. And then during church service, they're like, okay, we're gonna sing our song. And then they started singing In the Garden of Eden. yeah, In the Garden of Eden. People were like, oh, it's a good song. And then they slowly start to realize like what song that was. But it fit because the chorus was In the Garden of Eden. So everyone thought that was gonna be the church song. But yeah, fun fact, go check out that episode.
Well, I was gonna say the Garden of Eden thing. It just reminds me of Barbara Ann from Surf Ninjas.
So here's one. Another somber one, and kind of piggybacking off of what Kauai was saying. The song Wake Me Up When September Ends is about Billy Joe Armstrong. When he was 10 years old, his dad passed. And he told his mom, wake me up when September ends. I love that album, that entire album of American Idiot. And from like start to finish, I would listen to that entire album. If you've not listened to it, listen to it in its entirety. Again, kind of like Rivers Cuomo, the songwriting in that, and like the storytelling is incredible. So incredible that they did a Broadway of American Idiot. Seriously, such a great album of storytelling and lyrics. Just listen to it front to back, because you can't just like listen to a song and then skip, because you'll miss a story and you'll miss these great transitions from song to song. It's pretty insane.
Yeah, to piggyback off of that, right? Unfortunately, a lot of Green Day's lyrics get like, I don't know, misinterpreted or their songs, right?
Like Time of Your Life.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
about?
gonna say. Yeah, good riddance. I always make the joke that people use that for graduation song, like to put it at the montage at graduation parties. But then it's like, that song is about saying like, hey, go fuck yourself, like leave me alone, right? It's like, I'm done, I'm over this. Yeah, the other thing about Wake Me Up When September Ends, right? Which could be said if it's misinterpreted or not, but a lot of people think it's like, oh, it's about the September 11th attacks, right? It's like, just because it has September in it, it's like, yeah,
because it was such a political album too, you know.
Yeah,
so everybody thought that.
Yeah, I didn't know that it was about his dad though.
Yeah,
and when you said that, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So if you look at the lyrics, you're like, okay, yeah, it's pretty direct. I feel like so I don't know how it got like kind of misinterpreted, because he was pretty frank in the lyrics and what it's about.
Even saying that, a lot of lyrics and stuff, it's kind of like, no, I am telling you this is what it's supposed to mean, and people are like, no, this is what you meant, right? Like, you mean this, right? It's like, no, I'm blatantly saying I do not like this, or that is not what I was saying. Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of like, Kauai, you pointed this out to me, is that Hey Ya by Outkast.
Oh yeah,
is like actually a really sad song.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like another one of those that get misinterpreted just because it's such a poppy, bouncy, happy sounding song. But if you really listen to the lyrics, it's a pretty depressing, sad song.
Yeah. Isn't a lot of Outkast songs they play and then people are like bumping it, right? And it's like, yeah, this is so good. And it's like, are you guys listening to the lyrics? I mean, it's fine. Have fun with it. But yeah, Miss Jackson is not a song about like, yeah, this is an awesome song.
Yeah, I guess all of their songs are kind of like that. Yeah. Roses is one of my favorites.
Yeah. I guess the music doesn't necessarily match the tonal theme of the lyrics, so that's why people get it confused, I guess.
Yeah.
I only learned about that when I heard Sleep Token's cover of Hey Ya, which is like slowed down, right?
Yeah.
And you can hear the lyrics and it's like, oh damn, this is a sad song.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you were talking about, right? Because you introduced me to Sleep Token. Their cover of that song emphasizes the fact that it's not a happy song.
And now that I think about it, even that lyric of like, so what's colder than ice? It's ice cold. It's kind of like their relationship, you know? Oh, dude, that's dope.
Yeah, if you just read the lyrics.
Yeah.
One of the things that's sort of like that is Elton John never really wrote lyrics. He always had Bernie talking.
Bernie talking.
Yeah, a lot of Elton John's songs were written in that way, where he would get the lyrics and he just had to come up with the structure and the chords, and the way that he would build the song was all up to him. But he was not a very good lyric writer, so he would rely on that relationship, and that kind of served him throughout his career. But it's interesting because if you were to break down the lyrics of Elton John songs, it's like some of this kind of applies to Elton, but it probably wouldn't have come from him, you know?
Well, that's
Yeah.
kind of what they were saying, right? Because they knew each other so well, it's like he could write songs specifically for Elton John.
Yeah.
So just like I had a Simpsons like piggyback fun fact, I now have a South Park piggyback fun fact. That's fun to say. Piggyback fun fact. That was referenced to in Chef Aid episode of South Park, because Elton John was one of the guest performers at that Chef Aid thing. He was trying to like write a song, but he couldn't write one because he only wrote terrible lyrics. And then Stan Marsh gives him like lyrics about the girl that he liked, Wendy, and then he makes a song, Wake Up Wendy, which is really cool because I think it was actually Elton John that did the soundtrack in the Chef Aid CD for South Park. Yeah, so if that was referenced to, or like that he couldn't write
that he's not a
songs.
good
he's not a good
lyricist.
songwriter. Yeah, so he took like 9-year-old boy's like song lyrics, and it was better than anything they could write.
But he's a fantastic arranger and songwriter in
hell
that
yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
But,
I guess talking about not knowing who wrote songs and stuff reminded me of Human Nature was originally written by the keyboardist for Toto, right?
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he wrote it because his daughter got hit in the head by a boy, and he was like, oh, it's human nature. So that's like the whole genesis of the song. And Toto was helping Michael Jackson with Thriller. They had that song, but they weren't like saying like, oh yeah, you should do it. But yeah, Quincy Jones was like, oh, this is an awesome song. It should be on Thriller. So that's why they made it.
Because I mean, like the keyboards and everything else that's kind of going on in that song kind of sounds Toto-ish anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, all the stuff like musical stuff that's happening in that tune is very Toto.
And I think they might have helped with the actual recording of the song. Like they recorded the instruments for that too. So
Because, you know, when you think of like Africa, the keyboard parts in that, the tone and how the sound of that keyboard is pretty comparable to the one in Human Nature. It's almost like same people playing the two songs. So that makes sense. All right, Mike, do you have one more to cap this off?
Okay, this is a very weird one, but everybody knows the song. You know the McDonald's I'm Lovin' It jingle?
Yeah.
You know who sings it?
Who?
Justin Timberlake.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah, really.
The original one, right? Or is it...
Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, it was Justin Timberlake.
What?
How do you know that?
Yeah, like, how do you even look that up? What?
The information's actually out there. Justin Timberlake actually released a version of it later.
Oh, yeah? Okay, I have so much questions. I'm sure it's not written by Justin Timberlake.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so the original,
The first one when there were more lyrics.
there's more lyrics to that? I thought it was just ba-da-da-da-da, I'm loving it.
Initially, like the first run of it, there was a version that had some more lyrics to it, and then they realized that the catchy part was just that. So they just kept that and kept using that.
And was this before he was famous? Like he was just trying to get a gig? Like,
No, this is Justin Timberlake being Justin Timberlake.
When did that campaign start?
That I don't know.
I looked it up and it was based off of the German campaign for McDonald's. So I guess it kind of had the song, or they had the jingle at least.
Yeah.
And it's Justin Timberlake recorded it. But then do you know who who produced it too?
No, that one I don't know.
And who made the full song? The Neptunes.
That's some high. I mean, McDonald's got the money. You know, it's not like they don't have the money to do that.
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, I don't know why they weren't capitalizing off of that fact, because if nobody knows that, only Mike knows that.
So why pay the millions, I'm sure,
Yeah.
of dollars, you know,
Yeah.
that you paid to Justin Timberlake to not tell anyone that it was Justin Timberlake?
Exactly.
I think the number I've seen a couple times is about $6 million.
What? Oh, dude, I gotta write stuff. I was just telling my wife, because we were watching YouTube and like one of the YouTube commercials pops up. I'm like, I want to be the guy who wrote the Liberty Mutual jingle. Just liberty, 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 liberty. I'm like,
Yeah, every time that comes up.
I'm like, damn, so deep.
Safe flight repair, safe flight replace.
Yeah, dude, I love it. I love like these random jingles because this dates back all the way to the beginning of commercials on TV, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or even like radio, you know? So it has to be extra, extra, extra catchy. And there's been some really, really catchy ones. I mean, if they're gonna spend like thousands, I guess even millions of dollars on something, it has to be effective, right? It has to catch, you know?
Do you think Justin Timberlake is like, fuck me, like I should have just taken like, you know, cents on the dollar for royalties? Because for every time it played in a commercial, because it's like, oh yeah, 6 million, it's a pretty good bag. But then if it was that, it's like, well, every time they do a nostalgia commercial, I'm raking in cash.
Yeah, I don't know though, because like 6 million is a lot of money. He could point to one of his houses, is like, you know what money bought that? Yeah, I'm loving it. You know, like that house right there, I'm loving it.
But that's why it could have ended up being more than that.
I guess so, like 2,
You know?
3 houses worth.
Although when you're Justin Timberlake, he's so rich, would he really know the difference?
Yeah.
Because I feel like Justin Timberlake is one of those guys who's crossed over to that economic point where it's like,
Yeah.
unless you do something crazy like try and buy a country, you're never going to run out of money.
Yeah.
So-
he's looking at his friends. He's like, remember when things cost money, guys? I feel like things don't cost anything anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I just look at the thing that I want and I get it.
I think of like the crazy rich guys like Zuckerberg or Bezos,
Yeah.
and you realize if they liquidated everything they had and it was just cash in a bank, they wouldn't live long enough to spend all of it.
Yeah.
No matter what they bought.
They would fill 1 million banks.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know, Justin's not necessarily that rich, but he's gotta be in the range of like, I could do whatever I want, however I want.
Yeah.
I could do nothing for the rest of my life.
I can go on record saying that I don't necessarily like people who are like ultra wealthy, like the Zuckerbergs and stuff. But then it is pretty badass to say like, hey, you know what bought this private island? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
It's my fucking island.
Yeah. That's what got this. Yeah.
All right. We used to do this on the other pod. So I'm going to do it here. Everybody name, what do you think is your most memorable? Like if you had a jingle that just stuck in your head, what do you think it is?
Just during your life.
Yeah. Your whole life. What do you think is like the jingle? If you even heard like 2 notes of it, you would picture the commercial, the whole.
I think it is that. I think it's the McDonald's stuff. Like, as soon as you said it, I heard it in my head. So, yeah.
Can I go, maybe not my favorite one, but I feel like my most deep cut one. Can I give you a deep cut?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if any of you guys will remember this. It's Write to Me, Stickly, P.O. Box 963, New York City, New York State, 10108. Hell yeah, fuck. I knew one of you guys would get it. It's to Write to Stickly in Nick in the Afternoon, Nickelodeon.
Okay, that's why I don't know it.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna go like one that, you know, is a commercial that everyone knows, I think Gillette is one that like everyone knows the lyrics to it. I mean, other than Liberty Mutual. Gillette's the best a man can get.
I don't want to be like, that's not right. But when you said Gillette,
Yeah.
it's like, I didn't know that. Or it's like, I don't have TV. I don't have cable. So it's like, maybe I'm just poison pilled by the McDonald's commercial before we cut our cable. So that's why it's stuck in my head. And I know the Stickly one because every time we talk about 90s Nicktoons, I feel like you sing it. So
Hell yeah, that's why. That's why it's my favorite.
you're keeping it alive.
Oh my gosh.
How about you, Mike?
The one that sticks in my head is J.G. Wentworth. Do you know that one?
How's it go?
I have a cash settlement and I need cash now.
Sauce is great.
Do you know that one?
Great. No, but that sounds great because it's like it gets straight to the point.
Yeah, it's like a law firm, and all they specialize in is like if you get like a settlement where like you're supposed to be paid X number every year or something like that, you transfer it over to them and they just give you a lump sum. It's weird because it's very like classical music, operatic sounding. But the one I remember always is like people on a bus and someone just walks on the bus and he's like, I have a cash settlement and I need cash now. And the whole bus sings back to him, Call JG Wentworth 877 cash now.
I thought you were gonna say it's the one where they're doing like a stage play and they're like dressed up as Vikings and they're singing that.
That's also another one. The bus one is the one I always remember.
Oh, one that I use a lot. Every week I sing this 2-3 times a week sometimes. Is like a good neighbor.
Yeah.
State Farm is there. So I use that on my performances because everyone knows that jingle, right?
Yeah.
So I go, like a good neighbor, tip jar is here. So I say that a lot. Any other jingles, gentlemen?
What about Aaron? Do you have any?
Not really. The one that popped to mind was like the Juicy Fruit commercial. Juicy Fruit, it's gonna move ya.
Oh, the Double Make commercial is also pretty memorable.
Yeah.
Double your flavor, double your fun, or something, right?
Yeah.
Double your pleasure.
Double your pleasure.
They always have the twins in it.
Hell yeah.
I guess if you live on Kauai, this is only Kauai, so I don't know how many people from Kauai listen to this, but I think if you're from Kauai, everybody knows at King Auto Center, we're lifetime friends.
I thought you were gonna say from Waimea to Kekaha, everybody knows. Or
Manihuni Food Mart is the place to go. Yeah. Or Roberts, you're my friend in fashion. That's my favorite.
Okay, this is a little embarrassing.
What?
I did not realize that Robert's jingle was only a Kauai thing. I'm learning it now. You're telling me that's not an international commercial?
It had potential.
Yeah, that Robert's jewelry is only on Kauai, on Crest Street.
I think I thought that jingle was so banging. I'm like, yeah, this is like a Kiss, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think the reason the King Auto Center one, and this is one of those connections, is
Sister Roby?
yes. Because of my music connection with her, I always hear that in my head, and it pops in my head all the time, and then all I hear is, "Sup, Bobby Lee?"
Okay, wait.
Oh, no. We'll tell that on the extra pod. Okay. We'll say it on the extended PP.
I was going to say, why? Did she record that commercial?
Yes.
Yeah, that's her singing.
Yeah, that's Sister Roby.
Oh my gosh.
King Auto Center.
All right. Kai needs to breathe, everybody. Make room. Make room.
I think we're blowing his mind too much.
That's a great place to end it. I'm going to cap it off with one last jingle, okay? And then we're gonna go off and go record extended PP for all of you folks who are interested in listening more of Magic Mike Odo.
If you like long PP, you stay.
So, you want to hear the fun fact about Mike and Sister Roby Kahakalau, you're gonna have to tune in to the Patreon, okay? Go be a strandee. Where can they find that, Kahai?
Yeah, it's patreon.com/PPPod.
Right on. So one last jingle, and then we're gonna ohuiho. Okay, everybody, you guys ready for this? Hamura Simon, you make me wanna spin. I love your noodles and your wonton min. Hamura Simon, you make me wanna grin. I love you more than a cup of ramen. Hamura Simon on Kauai.